Good afternoon, everyone. Today is day number 2 on a project of mounting the winch on the front of the mower. Day number 2, part number 2, I guess. I believe I have everything all figured out how I want to do it. I got a couple extra plugs. I finally found a couple that were the same gauge wire that the winch has, and that's 10 gauge wire. So everything should be all good. I think I have everything all set up. So let's take a look at what I got now. The plate's going to be mounted or welded right on there. So all this nice fancy powder coat and everything, that's going to be all ground off, and this is going to be all melted off up there. And then I'll just have to throw some paint on it. And the winch is going to sit on here, and that should take care of that. And then when I'm done using it, I'll just pull the pin out, pull this off, and put it back in the trailer, because I'm not going to need it all the way up there. It's going to look a little bit kind of goofy here and there, but I'm not concerned. Then the controller for the winch, it took me a while to figure out where to put it. It's going to be sitting right there mounted, so that's going to be out of the way. Now let's have the wires run down underneath the seat over to the battery, and then coming up to the winch. And these are the connections I got. So they're 10 gauge wire in there, so I should not have any problems with it. So I guess let's go get started on it. That'll be close enough. So I guess get her tacked in there and we're going to weld her up. Okay, that should be good. Should hold all the way around there. I have a couple spots I might have to grind out just because it's close to the bolt holes for the winch. Yep, works for me. Now that this is all welded up, and before it cooled down, I sprayed some black paint on it, so it was kind of baked on before it cooled off. So now let's get the winch mounted up. Okay, now that that is all mounted, the wires coming from the control, I have to feed down back in here someplace. I haven't figured out where I'm going to feed them yet, but since I want to be able to plug and unplug this, now these wires would be just fine. They would be long enough, but I would not be able to unhook this winch. So I am going to. These also had some boots on here to protect them from touching anything. So, and this is what the plug I have, and I just slid the boots on these. And what I'm using for a connection are these right here. They have heat shrink on them, so you just crimp them and then put the heat gun to them and shrink them up. So I just shove the thing on. Crimp it. Nice and tight. And I just use a heat gun. And you can see that it's sealed all up. That's supposed to be clear all the way around. I got to do a little bit more. There we go. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's a little bit of sealant that comes out the bottom, so this is weather tight and it's never going to have any problems. It's crimped, nice and tight. Heat gun again. And it is sealed. That's what I really like about these. I use these all of the time just because they seal up so good. So even though this is open, this is just a weather tight seal, and then this is pretty much a weather tight seal here too. So anything else, it's a good connection. And then hook the wires up. Nope, that's backwards. got a positive and a negative sign on it. I got it backwards here. Just got to pay attention to what's going on here. I'm not sure how I'm going to have this set yet. I'm thinking it's going to end up being something like that. I'm not positive on this yet. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So let's just snug these up. Yes, there's a lot of play in there, but yeah, I'll play around with that a little bit. Okay, I thought I had some cable clamps, but I don't, so I'm just going to use a zip tie on that. Should work out pretty decent. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it up just yet. I'm going to leave it a little bit loose. Okay, now that they're all soldered together, let's put some heat to it. So, put a tie strap there. That should work out decent. that'll work. Okay, let's hook this thing up and see if it works. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking that works pretty good. That will be just fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'd be a beautiful thing. Yep. Okay, that project's done. That works out really, really nice. That's going to save me a whole lot of, what am I looking for? That's just going to save me a whole lot of extra effort when it's spring there when we start thatching. Because I won't be tired at the end of the day from pulling on that chain. I'll just be pushing a button. So it doesn't go up as high as I wanted to. I wanted it to come up to about right here, but I will make it work. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to the thatcher with the push button. It's just being a little awkward just where it's at, and should be no big deal. I don't think it probably first yard or two I should have a hang of it and how I want to do it. So I don't think there's going to be any problems. Everything should be out of the way, and it's just going to make things a lot faster because I won't have to stop, pull up on the chain and pull up on the bar, and I'll just be able to push a button and just pick up, you know, I'll just be able to, I'll be able to come to the end of the sidewalk and just push a button just to pick it up enough to go across it and then drop the button down again. And that right there is going to save me a pile of time. So I'm thinking probably a good half hour per yard it's going to save me in the spring here. So that project is going to be well worth it. And all total, I think I had like about $90 into the first build of that thatcher, and I got probably 120 into it now. So roughly about $200, $210, $220, something like that. And it's still a lot cheaper than what you could buy anything for. And yeah, it doesn't look the prettiest, and you know, things stick out there a little bit, but it works. You know, and that's all I care about, is if it works and saves me some time in the spring. Because in the spring, it's a nightmare trying to get the leaves picked up that were not picked up in the fall, and do all the thatching and everything else that needs to be done. Because there's always a lot of sticks and everything else from the winter. One thing that I am going to have to remember is it's just that lawnmower's got a small battery in it, and it's going to have to be running most of the time just to keep up with that winch. So hopefully that winch won't draw too much power out of that battery, but if I have to put it on a charger every night, I have to put it on a charger every night. It's not a big problem. So I should take care of the video for today. So everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.